City of Avondale Estates, Georgia, Board of Mayor Commissioners. It is June 26, 2024. This is our regular meeting. It is 5:31, I think. I'd like to call the meeting to order. We have an agenda before us. Do I have a motion to adopt?
So moved.
That was Lisa. Do I have a second?
Second.
That was Graham. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Commissioner comments. We'll start here with Mayor Pro Tem.
Oh, I actually don't have anything.
Oh, okay. Commissioner Rainey?
My comments are pretty brief. I just wanted to remind everybody to enjoy the upcoming holiday and to remember to drive safely in your cars and golf carts on the 4th of July. There's going to be a lot of people out. And in that same vein, I just wanted to also thank the city for the 4th of July and Juneteenth decorations that were put up. I think they look really nice. And then also just remember to thank our public works and police officers who are going to be working on the 4th for being here on their holiday too. And then just thanks to everyone for their patience in all the projects that are happening around the city. It seems like there's a lot of them. So thank you for that.
Yes, thank you. Commissioner Smith?
I don't really have anything to add other than I know I've heard a lot of concerns about traffic and such, and I echo Graham there. It's going to take adjustments, but I think thinking big picture is important, and thinking about how the 278 corridor is and how, in my opinion, how unsafe it is with the speeds going through town, and also the concerns I have when I'm walking down the street with my children. I know that this bit of traffic headache is, while it is a headache, it is important to kind of see, the big picture going forward. Avondale will have an actual main street with a kind of safe, travel throughout for cars and pedestrians, bicyclists alike. So I'm looking forward to seeing the completed project. Just ask for everybody's continued patience.
Thank you. Commissioner Watt?
I don't have much to say except we've been hitting some high temperatures, so I'll borrow a line from I can't even remember what character it is. Stay thirsty, stay hydrated. Thank you.
Thank you. And I have no comments this evening. Mr. Manager?
Yeah, I got a few.
Okay.
So bear with me. Well, first of all, I would like to say that I had the pleasure of attending the Lost Druids 5th anniversary party on Saturday, where I was also entertained by the smooth stylings of Secret Band, which contains a member of the lovely Board of Mayor and Commissioners, Mr. Michael B. Smith. They were a lot of fun. The aforementioned heat required some additional water than maybe normally would be consumed, but all in all, I thought it was a wonderful event, and I was happy to be able to be a part of it. A couple of reminders with regards to the events happening on the 4th. Tonight is the last chance for folks to register for participation in the parade. Registration will close at 11:59 p.m. Participation is free, but all motorized vehicles, floats, and organized groups must complete an application if they want to participate. We also invite all of our residents to join the Patriotic Brigade that will lead the parade. We think this is a great opportunity for our residents of all ages to showcase their spirit by decorating wagons, scooters, strollers, and bicycles. If you decide to participate in the Patriotic Brigade, please assemble on the front lawn of the DeKalb School of the Arts by 9:30 so that you can march together. The fireworks celebration will again return to the town green. Festivities will begin at 7 p.m. Fireworks will start shortly after dark. In the past, it's been around between 9:15 and 9:20 is usually when the start time is. There will be face painting, again, stilt walkers, hula hoopers, jugglers, music, and games available before the fireworks. And then we have a bounty of food options that include the famous hot dogs from Scout Troop 6, Tailored Barbecue, Smiley's Burger Club, Slim Thick Vegan, a new Avondale business, N7 Cream Lab, which is nitrogen ice cream, Kona Ice, and of course, beverages will be provided by Banjo Coffee. So we look forward to hosting everyone on the 4th, and let's go ahead and knock on wood for good weather, so we don't have a rain out as we experienced last year. And
Okay,
that wraps it on up. Yeah.
all right, very good, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, I'm all good up here. So, item number 4, we have before us the meeting minutes of the June 12th, 2024 regular meeting and the June 12th, 2024 work session. Do I have a motion to engross the minutes?
So moved.
That was Lionel. Do I have a second?
Second.
That was Mike. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right, item number 5, this is the first reading of the 2024, well, the ordinance to set the 2024 millage rate. And as I mentioned before, we will be taking comments shortly at the public hearing. So this is the first read. There will be a second reading and then a vote. Item number 6, this is the first reading of an ordinance to adopt the 2023-2025 defined benefit retirement plan restatement. This is the first read, Mr. Manager.
Yes, so this is a good opportunity to introduce Commissioners Rainey and Smith on the process of unanimous consent that the city has in order to move ordinances to consideration following their first read. So just to bring everybody up to speed, the city allows for a unanimous consent vote to allow consideration of an ordinance during first read. If unanimous consent to consider the ordinance is not achieved, there will be a second reading of the ordinance for adoption. The reason that process was put in place was for items such as this, which are essentially required updates to existing ordinances due to either changes in federal or state regulation. In the case of the defined benefit retirement plan restatement, every so often the IRS updates their tax code to include for provisions for state pension plans. That's exactly what's being brought before you tonight. As we discussed at the previous work session, none of the amendments to the plan actually affect our plan or any participants therein. However, in order to continue providing a plan, the state does require us to adopt these amendments per the updates to the IRS tax code. So if you want to consider this at first read, somebody would have to make a motion for unanimous consent for consideration, and then a unanimous consent be achieved. Otherwise, we would take this item up at the following meeting at second read.
So we need unanimous consent to vote. You can vote to vote and then vote against. So you can vote for unanimous consent and then vote against it. You don't have to vote for both. I'm just so you know.
Okay.
But the unanimous consent is just to proceed directly from first read to vote.
Okay.
You don't have to agree with it. It's just, I want to vote on it now, and I want to vote no, or I want to vote yes. So that's it.
I'd like to make a motion for unanimous consent to be considered.
Okay, I'd like
For
to
this
second
order.
that. All in favor, say aye.
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 All right, that's fine. So now, do I have a motion to approve an ordinance to adopt the 2023-2025 defined benefit retirement plan restatement?
So moved.
That's Lionel. Do I have a second?
Second.
That's Mike. Commissioner Smith, Commissioner Laurent, sorry. Any questions, comments up here? Okay, any questions, comments out there? Saw some folks over there. Okay, seeing none, I'd like to bring it back for a vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
That's 5. Okay. All right. Are we gonna try the same thing here?
We can.
All right.
You can.
Item number 7, this is the first read of an ordinance to adopt the 2023 budget amendment. Mr. Manager.
Yes, so several years ago, the city went to a process by where it recommends an amendment of the existing year budget to the board on 2 occasions. One, during the actual course of the fiscal year at a period that we consider to be a mid-year adjustment. And then 2, after the preliminary results of our audited revenues and expenditures from the prior year. So we amended the 2023 budget at mid-year during 2023. Now staff is requesting an amendment to the 2023 budget at the conclusion of the final audited numbers for 2023. As we talked about in the last work session, there were several requested line items to be amended at year end. I'm happy to, if y'all will allow, just kind of discuss briefly what some of those amendments were. The most significant amendment was to the property tax revenue line item. We are recommending amending that line item down $321,769 for 2 reasons. One, the collection of utility tax that the county collects every year and then sends on to us was not provided in 23. The intention from the county is now to provide the 23 receipts and the 24 receipts in the 24 calendar year. That was about $60,000. The remainder of the revenue decrease was a result of appeals granted to property owners at the conclusion of the appeal period. As we discussed, the appeal period actually happens after the final digest is issued. We also had about a $35,000 reduction in fines and forfeitures collected. Some expenditure adjustments that we have to make include an unexpected capital expense for a water line to the Scout Hut and a reduction of the anticipated transfer out to our capital fund, which is pretty much a direct result in the decrease in revenue that I just explained earlier. Those are the major amendments. What you'll see is that we once again had a budget where we were able to transfer monies to capital at the end of the year. Of course, in the 2024 budget that we adopted in December, we do not have budgeted a capital projects transfer at year end. But needless to say, we received fewer revenues than we anticipated, but we made fewer expenditures as a result of that revenue decrease. Also, as required by the state of Georgia, our audit has been submitted to the state of Georgia, and we will have that audit posted to the public on our website Friday.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Well, just any questions, comments?
I have a question. Patrick, so these numbers, are they final, or they still could change?
They're final.
Okay, thank you.
And really, this is just to bring the budget in line with the actual, correct?
Correct. That's exactly what it is.
Okay.
I should have said that. Thanks.
All good.
All All right, okay, as before, this is the first read. We could do a consent. I would like to make a motion for a consent vote.
Second.
That was Graham. So all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, that's 5. So we will now vote on the ordinance. We have before us an ordinance to adopt a 2023 budget amendment. Do I have a motion to adopt?
So moved.
That was Lisa. Do I have a second?
Second.
That was Lionel. Any other questions, comments? Questions, comments out there? Mr. Dorr?
Comment and a compliment.
Okay,
When we sat here this time last year, I think the original budget was well over 5.2 million. And you did some things that amended it down to 4.8. So to have the revenue shortfalls and manage a budget be balanced is a huge success. It's a compliment to whoever's got somebody's got their pulse on the financial health. Appreciate it.
it's me.
Like I said, someone else has the.
Fair point.
As a compliment to,
Thank you.
Thank you. And that was Paul Dora?
820 Stratford Road.
Yes. Thank you.
Sorry.
Any other questions, comments? All right, seeing none, I would like to bring it back for a vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. So that's concludes the business of the evening. Item number 8, public comment. And I'll remind you, the public hearing for the millage rate is coming up, and you can speak then. You can speak now. Right. Yes,
So commentary about anything going on?
yes.
I'm Kathy Dupre, 1111 Banbury Cross. I guess there's gonna be a discussion of this also.
Yes.
Should I save my comments for then?
Well, I mean, during the work session, we take comments at the end. So, I mean,
I'll go ahead.
yeah, I mean, we haven't presented it, but okay.
Well, I looked at all the stuff that was on the website with the diagrams and the verbiage and charts and all that. 2 things that I also submitted anyway on that feedback form, but figured it'd be good to say here too. Please leave alone the Roy Glasgow Circle. That's the Kensington Circle. It is the Roy Glasgow Circle.
Okay.
Knowing city tradition and history, it's truly the Roy Glasgow Circle. He took care of it, it was his, and everybody has honored that so far. You know, the old phrase, don't, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The traffic goes around. If you close off one side of that, the traffic's doing this, and it doesn't seem any reason to close off one side of that. The other thing on the diagrams and the verbiage is the Decatur style plastic platter boxes. Oh heavens, please no.
Okay.
Thank you.
Who was, I'm sorry, I believe he was before my time. Who was Mr.
I lived at the circle,
White House.
the northeast corner of the circle.
Mhm.
He tended the circle, he loved the circle, he planted it always before city workers took over planting that.
Okay,
And his name is on the pin in the circle.
right, okay. Well, thank you. I just wanted everybody to know that. Thank you. Okay. Other comment? Okay, well, seeing none, I'd like to bring it back. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
That was Graham. Do I have a second?
Second.
That's Commissioner Smith, Commissioner Rainey. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be so formal. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.